who don't know me, I'm Laura's younger sister, Lindsey. I want to start off by thanking you all for coming. I know Laura and Nick are overwhelmed with happiness to begin this journey together and are so grateful to have so many loved ones here to share it with them. This is going to be a day they never forget, the happiest day of their life, and you have all made it so special by being here. I can remember growing up, Laura and I didn't always get along. In reality, though, I think the issue was that I liked her and she didn't like me. So that's where we butted heads. I remember getting ready for bed saying, "I love you, Laurie," and she would either grunt or glare at me and then get in trouble. In her defense, though, she had 3 years alone with my parents before I came along. Once I was around, I wanted to do all of the things she did. If she was playing with something, I wanted it too. If she was going somewhere with friends, I wanted to go too. Not with my friends, but with hers. And that may be another reason she didn't like me. But I always looked up to her and envied what she had. The only thing I absolutely never envied were the glasses she had in middle school. There was a picture on the way in. Some of you may remember them. They were red and about the size of her face. You don't have to be an eye doctor to know my parents dropped the ball on that one. That was a huge mistake. Besides those, I envied everything Laura did and always looked up to her. Finally, about 15 years later, Laura accepted me into her world and realized that I wasn't just an annoying sister anymore, but I could be her annoying sister and friend. This actually occurred when she was going away to school and we wouldn't see each other very often, but I took whatever I could get. From that point on, Laura and I had a bond unlike I have with anyone else. I could talk to her about things I couldn't tell anyone else, and I could count on her for advice that only she could give. She watched over me and protected me and was the perfect role model. She always wants the best for everyone around her, whether it's her patients, friends, family, or strangers. She's one of the most selfless people I've ever met. If I were moving into a new apartment or starting a new school year, she always had a care package waiting for me. And whenever I needed her, she would drop everything to do whatever she could. She truly is the best sister I could ever ask for. I am blessed to have such a beautiful person in my life. Please don't grunt or glare at me, but I love you, Laura, and it was an honor to stand next to you as you married your best friend today. Living with Laura the majority of my life, I've learned a lot about life, about myself, and about relationships and what makes them work. I thought I could share some insight with Nick that he can use for the future with her. The 4 things I believe to be most important in any type of relationship, not just mine and Laura's, are honesty, laughter, adventure, and unconditional love. First off is honesty, which is defined as the quality of being fair and truthful. If you remember, I said that Laura and I didn't get along until she went away to school. Her second year of college, she transferred to Widener University, which is in Chester, Pennsylvania. For those of you who aren't familiar, it's one of the most dangerous places in the country. At her orientation, they told her that the campus is safe and has its own police force. There is no need to worry about safety. But if you go across the bridge to Chester, you may not come back. So when I visited Laura, she took me to my first college party, across the bridge in Chester. Although she lied to my parents, Mom, Dad, it's her wedding day, you can't get mad at her today. Although she lied to my parents, she promised to keep me safe and protect me, and I knew I could trust her. She kept her word and we survived, just like she said we would. So to sum it up, Nick, always be honest with her. Unless she asks you about those healthy pancakes or peanut butter cookies she made recently, then you should lie to her. The next is laughter. Laura and I have shared so much laughter in the past. Laughter is necessary not only to get you through the fun, happy, memorable times, but through the difficult times as well. I am confident that Laura and Nick will have a life full of laughter. Nick is probably the funniest person I've ever met, although sometimes the stuff he comes up with is borderline inappropriate. For example, one of the last times I was at Laura and Nick's, Laura was wrapping up leftover pizza and told me that Nick hates when she bites the triangle corners off the pizza. So she did just that. She bit all of the triangles off. When Nick came back for another slice, he lifted the lid and saw the pizza, sat down at the table and looked her square in the eyes and said, "I hope you shit your pants tonight." That's just a normal, everyday conversation for them. I have no doubt that they will have fun and laughter every day for the rest of their lives. The next is adventure. Whether it was going on yearly beach vacations or massages at the Woodhouse, Laura and I always had exciting things to look forward to. The same has gone for the two of them. From being set up by mutual friends, to dating, to getting engaged and getting married, and one day starting a family. Your future is full of adventure. We won't know what's in store for you, but it's sure to be a memorable ride. Lastly, and most importantly, is unconditional love, which is loving and supporting each other no matter the circumstance. There will be high times and there will be difficult times, but you have proved to have a love that can withstand the toughest of situations. I have a lot of experience with my love being tested for Laura, and I truly believe it to be unconditional. Her and I were shopping one day, and each time we turned a corner, she would speed up the cart and stop just short of me. I kept turning around and saying, "Laura, I swear, if you hit me, I am going to kill you." And not in a playful way. I was annoyed. She continued to do it around every corner. The last aisle we were in, she sped up, tried to stop short, and ran into my ankles. I fell to the ground in pain. That's not the part that got me so mad, though. That, I assume, was a mistake, although I'm not sure. It was when she rushed over, and instead of asking if I was okay and helping me up, she laughed. She has also given me some of the scariest wedgies you can imagine. She's ruthless. She seems sweet and innocent, but if she comes up behind you on the dance floor, you could lose the waistband of your underwear. She has pulled me up by my underwear and ripped them 360, I kid you not. So be careful. But as your wedding song describes, life may not always be the way it is in this snapshot in time, but the two of you have that unconditional love that can withstand it all. And in reality, the two of you don't need any advice on relationships. Although you are different from each other, you balance each other in the most perfect way and are similar in what matters: your beliefs, your morals, and what you want out of life. So now that the wedding planning is over, and once the celebrations are through, the best part remains. You get to spend every day of the rest of your life alongside your best friend. To me, that sounds like paradise. Nick, I couldn't have picked a better compliment for my sister. You have been her rock when she needed support, her voice of reason when she gets overwhelmed, the person with whom she will create the best memories of her life, and you have become the big brother I've never had. I am so thankful for that and for all you have done for me in the past. From moving me 3 times this summer, to always knowing where my family is when I panic and can't find them. You have always been there. Today we officially join our 2 families, but you have been a part of our family for years now, and we couldn't have picked a better soulmate for Laura. Congratulations to both of you. I love you so much and wish you all of the happiness that life has to offer. Thank you all again for sharing such a wonderful day with the beautiful bride and groom as they embark on this new life together as husband and wife. Let's make this the best wedding ever. And now let's raise our glasses to toast Mr. and Mrs. Harding.
All right, thank you, Lindsay.